Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Vannin and today you've joined me back here on Ark. Behind me you can see the product of the last video, which is the Thyla that we tamed. And today we are going to go off and see if we can't get the what's the word I'm looking for? Kibble. That's the stuff. The kibble on the go. We need Yutyrannus. They can be any level, ideally low level, because then it doesn't take as much stuff to actually knock them out. Because Yutyrannus are, yeah, thanks for that. Yutyrannus are a pain in the butt to tame anyway. So this girl is yet to actually have a name, and I asked for comments and I asked for suggestions, and we are going to go with change name Ginger. As well, she's Ginger. So let's pack her away for the time being. Doink. And we are going to need to get a few things situated and sorted out. So we have 145 narcotics. That's not going to cut it. We have got some more narcotics there, but again, still not going to cut it. We have 35 trank arrows. I'd prefer to have more than that. I need another long neck. I don't need that. I could easily do with another can't talk. Speaking difficult, apparently. We can get rid of that stuff for the time being. You're going to go there. I need another long neck. It's not in melee, is it? It'd be in firearms, because that's what it is. Firearm. So I need some hide. Okay, I've already got some hide. That's not much of a problem. So we need to do some bits and pieces before we can go and do that. I'm not going to make you suffer going through all of that. I need to get a few bits situated, so I shall bring you guys back once we're in a situation where we've got something to shoot, something to keep things unconscious, and we've got a sort of a trap over there somewhere around here on one of these trees. I'm probably going to need to make it more trappy, and we need some fur, otherwise we're going to freeze to death. So yeah, I'll bring you guys back shortly. Okay, so welcome back. Right, well, we're almost ready. So I've got a few more narcotics making up. What else? I've crafted some fur armor. I have made some more trap type stuff. And something whilst I was stood here, completely by accident, but actually kind of what you want to do with a base, is actually, certainly when you're playing without mods, is your crafting area should be something where you can kind of stand still and reach a lot of the things, including like your storage. You know, if you're playing with something like S+, you've got that pull function, so it doesn't really make a lot of difference. However, having to run like all the way over there to then run all the way back over here to run all the way over there to run back all the way over here gets pretty old real fast. So I mean, here I can just go straight into hide storage and then go straight to here, and so forth and so on. So we did a little bit of leveling up for Ginger as well. So we managed to find ourselves a alpha raptor out on our travels. So we munched said alpha raptor, and that's still taking forever. That's finished because it's all in there. Making gunpowder. And here we have still to make some more of these. Right. I'm going to finish this off. Was there something else that I did? Sure, there was something else on the shopping list to do. I'm meeting there. We've got a snazzy hat. I mean, that's a snazzy hat. If you're ever going to have a hat that is snazzy, that's... yeah. Okay, moving on. Nope, I didn't want that. So we've got loads of taming accoutrements. We've got loads of cryopods. I think we're now just waiting for the other bits and pieces. Yeah. Right. Well, I'll bring you guys back when we get up into the cold area and see what we can find. Okay, so here we are up in the frosty bit, and I've just flown by a Yuty getting munched upon by a pack of wolves. They have a tendency to pick a fight with absolutely everything. Level 15, you're rubbish. So, taming Yuties isn't the easiest thing in the world. If you've never tamed one before, then they are challenging, which is why they are the top tier kibble. Their fear roar will send your mount just like schizo. It basically does exactly what it says on the tin. It fears it, and it then flies off or runs off in any old direction. It's not really paying much attention, to be honest. There are only certain creatures that don't get fear roared. So things like Rexes won't. As and when you get to the stage of getting things like level 35 male. Really want to find some females, to be honest. On Scorched Earth, sorry, when you get the wyverns, they don't get fear roared either. The crystal wyverns from Crystal Isles, they do. I actually find Yuty taming on Scorched Earth is a lot easier than here on the island, as all of Scorched Earth is hot, really. So get a bit of desert cloth and it's not that much of a problem. But if you start getting snowstorms and stuff like that here, if your fortitude isn't, if you haven't got much of it, then yeah, can become a bit of a pain. And the fact that Yuties are a pain in the bum to tame in the first place. Between the fear roar, the fact they literally attack everything, so they'll annoy a pack of wolves in a heartbeat, and wolves will give you a bad day. And not to mention the Carnos, level 125. We could get her on our own. A lot of company. Ideally wanted something lower level though. It's often a good idea to check down here in various places, as I have actually tamed a Yutyrannus before when it had got itself stuck. Come on. Taking him. So, she still has 2 of her Carnos. Isn't a bad location, although if we go off the side, we're in a bit of trouble. Well, we know where she is, and if needs must, we'll come back and tame her. Level 125. Like I said, a couple of level 5s would be absolutely perfect. Like, spot on. Exactly what I'm looking for. I want some of them as well. Megatheriums. All I see are rubbish levels. But I don't really want to go taming stuff and looking for good levels of things without Kibble. The RG was necessary. The Thyla was necessary. But to me... Oh, 145C. Let's hope he stays alive. Nice colour as well. Where you see the mammoths fighting, you can almost guarantee he says, and then they prove me wrong. You can almost normally guarantee that it's the there's a Yuty and it's Carnos. That very much sounded like a Yuty. And there we go. Female 55. Can't see a good place to put the trap. And with a pack of wolves nearby. Nope. Well, I'm going to continue the search, and I shall bring these guys back once we've got a better candidate, I think. Okay, so we have 2 candidates here, both level 10 and both male. And the one just there, if it have actually got the trap made, probably would have, like, volunteered himself, because he's just been all over it. Literally started to make a beeline for me. I genuinely did think he was coming for me until I noticed that there was a an Anki. But I'm starting to wonder whether this one up the top here might be a better option. This is a really good place for UTs, by the way. And we're just up here, just by the river here. Insanely dangerous area, because sometimes you can get a giga just a little bit further over, but you can get all sorts down here. Good place for hunting for megatherium as well, actually. So and there's like 3 XP nodes pretty close around here, so pretty good location. So I don't know whether to just try and drag them away so I can get back to my trap and build it, or forget about that trap and go and build another one. One of the reasons why I have so much like building bits and pieces on me is the amount of times you'll get halfway through building a trap, or you'll build a trap and then you can't get them over to it, so you end up having to build another trap. So you're better off, rather than like worrying about it and just having the one trap materials, just bring enough to do a bunch of traps if need be. So over there, he's having a hissy fit over there. So here seems a pretty good location. Many years of building on the back of creatures whilst taming in very dangerous locations. Now, I brought loads of bits and pieces for this, but it just dawned on me I didn't bring a great deal of ramps. there's another one over there. So, I am going to quickly grab some more ramps. Maybe I shouldn't have built it quite so close to that rock. I'm going to build some more ramps. And then might make the pen just a little bit bigger. And put slopes on more than one side. And then that way, it doesn't really matter which way I approach with said Yuti. Level. Is that male or female? Female. Let's hope she lives. Not sure she will. Anyway, I need to grab some more ramps. I shall be back with you shortly. Well, welcome back. Yeah, I got left alone to my own devices, and yeah. So, what is this monstrosity I hear some of you cry? Or not cry? Well, on second looking at said trap, it really wasn't big enough for a UT. They have a nasty tendency of, when they're chasing you, you get up a bit ahead of steam and they'll just fly straight over. Them and aloes are very similar. You need to have quite a long trap for them. And I just, well, my motto is go big or go home. So we have a multi-purpose trap here. We can put sides or ramps on any of the sides really. And because I'm taming a UT and I'm not in the best area in terms, you know, you got pigs down there and there'll be other UTs and there'll be Carnos and there'll be all manner of things that want to, you know, eat my face. So effectively I have a high hide. So any hunters in the audience at all, or anyone that's ever seen anything to do with it, then you'll kind of know what the concept of this is. So I can just, and it doesn't quite go all the way, so I can really get access to any part. It doesn't really matter if they're in the corner there or what have you. And if it's a smaller creature, you take a row of the walls off. Speaking of small creatures, an otter. So, yeah. I'm thinking this is a pretty good place for Megatherium as well. So, you know, we can try and utilise this trap for more than just one thing. And as it's cold as all hell up here, I've decided to stick some fireplaces. Now, I haven't put a roof on this from the point of view of, once I get a UT in there, what I'm going to want to do is... there's the face. So, once we get a UT into said trap, no doubt they'll probably fear all the RG or the Thyla, depending on what creature. I'm probably going to try and stick with trying to use the RG around this area. Just because of what's kind of around. But once the RG is not being fear-awed, my plan is to then bring it inside of here. And that will give me a way of either cryopodding it, or just leave him in here. I think that's the thing. And then in the future, I will actually come back and stick a roof on this. Got some beds because death is probably going to occur, and got 3 fireplaces because, you know, it's cold and we like to be toasty. And we have a ladder going all the way to the bottom. So if worst comes to worst, and I have to use myself as bait, I can then go down and dangle my my bits. And then I have beds up here. I have a storage box with wood in it. That's not what I was looking for. What is this storage box? I've got some more fur that I've made. And I am going to transfer in majority of act. Yeah. And I may as well put that one in there as well because I've got one on my hotbar. So the majority, and we can also go narcotics in there as well. And you can go in there, you can go in there. Happy days. So yeah. Taming pen. So we have the taming pen. There's an otter over there. There's a stag there. But there's no Yuty. So I'm gonna go and find a Yuty. And then yeah. Do the taming thing. Back in a minute. Okay. So we have level 25 male down here. Let's see if we can get his attention. Oi, doofus. Here he comes. Here he comes. And in the trap. The trap doth work. So. Let's get Archie down in here. And there he is. And now, I can just shoot away to my heart's content in a relatively safe location. I mean, we're in the snow biome, so I mean, I could be concentrated on this, and a wild Argy could be currently descending right this second to claw my face off. I mean, it's not, but, you know. Dude, you need to go to sleep. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering what happened to this dude's Carno buddies, well, I found him a bit further up there, and he was him and his buddies were currently engaged in upsetting and having a row with absolutely everybody. Literally everybody. And there were some wolves, and there were some mammoths, and I believe there was a like a stag. There were words said, mostly by the Yutyrannus, and 2 of them died. And the last one I managed to frustrate and annoy over there. And then I had to bring him back up to where we had him up there, and there was much fear roaring, and many words of the 4-letter not suitable for children variety that came out of my mouth. So yeah. Oh, you have Prime. So, I don't even know why I'm looking at stats. I really do not require this for stats at all. I don't care about stats in any shape or form with this dude. This dude is literally going to chill out and relax with 3 to 4 female flavors of these and do things to the theme tune of Barry White. And then there will be eggs produced, and we can then do the kibble thing. Well, there are other steps to this. Yeah, it's not just bang and Yutyrannus' poop out kibble. I mean, that would be great if they did, but we'll have to do other things. I think we need honey for kibble, and I'm in two minds about whether to actually bother to tame a bee, because they are such a pain in the backside, or just to tame a bear. Because if we tame a bear, then we live in the redwoods, we can just go and whack beehives and get honey. And then we don't need to really worry about storing said honey, because that's a pain in the backside. That goes off. If somebody could explain that, because I have like honey and sweet things in my cupboard, and they last for years. I don't get it. Doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, ouch, dude, you're in the way. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for him to starve out, and what looks like lamb legs up his butt. He will then tame up, and we need more. Okay, so welcome back. We have now got our female. You saw that little montage there of it's not as easy. You did notice something maybe that I did there towards the end where I was on purposely picking up things like the wolves because I was trying to just get them away from the Yuty. But when I picked up the Anki, now this doesn't always work. It works sometimes, and if you watch closely, it did work in this. By holding something else when you're kind of relatively close and elevated, like with an Anki, sometimes what will happen is the thing that's in your claws gets hit with the Yuty roar and not you. Now, I've not done it enough times to like absolutely nail on confirm that is definitely a thing, but it is something that I've done a couple of times, and it's more of a kind of a, I'm say 70% sure as a theory. So we've got ourselves a male and a female. I said beforehand go out and tame a few more females, but actually we don't need to. If I had like there was an abundance of females around, then yeah, you know, you just tame them, saves you having to go to kill them and stuff like that. But we have a male and a female, so we can just head off and yeah, go and breed these two together in order to give us our breeding stock, as it were, or well, not breeding stock, but our kibble. So we'll just breed these two together, keep the females, raise them up, and go from there. So if you liked the video, give us a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please smash that subscribe button. Hit the bell notification to get notified when I release new content. If you'd like to know, if you'd like a dedicated video on how I built this, you know, if it's kind of not that apparent through the course of the video, then put in the comments below, and I'll happily do like a video just dedicated to building this, like a little how-to or something, and I'll quite happily do that. But yes, guys, until the next one. Catch you later.